Oh man, I need to stop buying unmarked pills for my headaches. So the world is filled with all kinds of drugs, and for good reason. It's a profitable industry. But while the legal pharmaceutical global market is worth more than $1 trillion in revenue, the value of the global illegal drug trade is estimated at $360 billion, and drug dealers don't pay no taxes. And one reason that it's so profitable is that drug dealers are constantly coming up with new drugs to satisfy the highs of the people who buy them. And the effects of these drugs are not only going to shock you, but they're drugs you've never even heard of, let alone expected to exist. And yes, all of the drugs I'm about to tell you about do in fact exist, and trust me, you do not want to take any of these, but not only that, some of them get you high and you didn't even realize that they were drugs. So here are the 10 craziest drugs you never knew existed, part 2. Number 1 is Rimonabant. Today, weed is not really considered a big deal. In fact, it's becoming legal in many states and countries. It's a relaxant that ends up giving you the munchies, man, cause you get real hungry. But Rimonabant, well, it basically has the exact opposite effect. A pill that was briefly popular all over Europe from 2006 to 2008, it was labeled as the reverse marijuana or anti-pot because it has the exact opposite effects of weed. It not only suppresses your appetite, which leads to eating disorders, but what's worse is that it causes severe depression, which has led many to commit suicide. And yes, although it was officially taken off the shelves, it's still widely available on the black market. You wanna buy some skinny pills? They work well. Number 2 is Carbogen. Named after its creator Ladislas Carbogen, it's a mixture of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Usually balanced at 70% oxygen, 30% carbon dioxide, this concoction, when inhaled, creates the feeling that the user is suffocating, tricking the brain into thinking that the increased levels of carbon dioxide is a direct result of there not being enough oxygen. The result is a psychedelic high, man, which is coupled with terror as your brain thinks that you're literally on the verge of death. It's believed that this high occurs because of the release of the chemical DMT in the brain. DMT is a naturally occurring intense psychedelic that's released in large quantities in the brain when you are about to die. Oh, God, am I dead? No? Oh. Well, when does this wear off? Because I can see sounds. Number 3 are Speedballs. When taking heavy drugs, eventually a person will gain a tolerance to it, making them take more and more until they need something stronger. And sometimes they'll even mix 2 really strong substances that they've built a tolerance to. That's when bad things happen. Enter the Speedball, a mixture of cocaine and heroin that not only gets a person really high, but also mellows them out. Yeah, that's weird, I know, but let me explain. See, cocaine is a stimulant, which amps you up, man, while heroin is a depressant. Thing is, mixed together, these 2 drugs level a user out, preventing them from crashing after the high, which gives them the false sense that they have a higher tolerance than they really do. This often leads to them taking more of each until they eventually overdose and die. Number 4 is Freon. Like I said, drug abusers will seek out a high from almost anything, including the refrigerator. Believe it or not, Freon, a gaseous substance found in many fridges, freezers, and air conditioning units, can be used as an inhalant to get someone high, but it's not exactly worth it. The effects of it include dizziness, hallucinations, freezing of the lungs, heart palpitations, and high blood pressure, just to name a few. But the real scary side effects are the brain damage, cardiac arrests, and comas that huffing this stuff can actually cause. In fact, it's so bad, its street name is the breath of death. Oh man, I just dropped my keys under the fridge. Should have held my breath. Number 5 is wet. No, not literally wet, that's just the name of it. This is actually one of the newest drugs on the market. It's a combination of marijuana and PCP, also known as angel dust, which creates dissociative hallucinogenic side effects that can be really bad, especially when you can't tell what's reality. But this drug in particular has an extra side effect. Oh, but Matt, what could that be? Headaches, nausea, indigestion, diarrhea? No, how about the compulsion to murder children? This was the case in 2012 when Osvaldo Riviera, while under the effects of wet, killed a 6-year-old and critically wounded his 12-year-old sister. Oh, and this was not an isolated incident. A number of reports have come in that children have been killed by people under wet's influence, many of them by their own high parents.
Hey Timmy, did you do the dishes? Yeah. Come here.
Number 6 is eye dosing. This one's really going to surprise you because it's not a pill or an injection or even something you smoke or eat. You actually take it through your ears, and anyone can do it right now. Eye dosing is done by listening to different specific frequencies that force your brain into a state of confusion, happiness, or even terror. By stimulating different parts of your mind through things like tones, the sudden switching of keys, and randomized volume changes, eye dosing alters your mental state, in some cases a similar way to certain narcotics. Some tracks have been created with the singular purpose of replacing drugs like ecstasy or heroin, and all of that through your ears. Now I know you're curious and you're probably going to look it up, so I might as well tell you that eye dosing tracks are available on YouTube right now, but please be careful as it affects everybody differently, and I don't want all y'all to go out there and be eating your neighbor's faces after watching this video. I will not be held accountable for any face eating. Number 7 is Stilton cheese. Not all drugs give you an intense high, some just give you an intense dream. Stilton cheese is a dairy product made in only 3 countries across Britain. But what's especially weird about it is that it's openly available in many places, but it qualifies as a drug because of the way people abuse it. Someone discovered that by eating this particular cheese in large quantities, you end up having intense, bizarre, and truly vivid dreams. In fact, it's been calculated that 75% of women and 85% of men have incredible experiences asleep after consuming Stilton cheese. Some people have even reported waking up to claim that they've conversed with dead loved ones. Creepy cheese people with your dairy-infused nightmares, you stay away. Number 8 is nutmeg.
Oh man, this nutmeg is crazy, dude.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. What, nutmeg? Like the stuff that my mom uses for baking? Yeah, that nutmeg. Nutmeg is mostly a seasonal spice that's often found in everything from eggnog to brownies and almost hands you the Christmas spirit when you taste it. But believe it or not, it can give you a crazy high when taken in excess. Taking 4 to 8 teaspoons of ground nutmeg causes mild hallucinations. However, although it's readily available in probably your own kitchen, there is a big time downside. Not only does it take up to 6 hours to kick in, but the hangover feels kinda like Satan himself sat on your face. The side effects that accompany it are dizziness, nausea, cotton mouth, paranoia, difficulty urinating, and the overall feeling of having the flu. Number 9 are lickable toads. Like I said, it's no secret that some people will do just about anything to get high, including inhaling their own fermented waste. Yeah, see Craziest Drugs Part 1 for that. So licking an amphibian really shouldn't be that surprising. 2 toads in particular, the Bufo alvarius and Colorado river toad, secrete hallucinogenic toxins from their skin, and while licking may get you some kind of high, it can also get you some kind of dead. Yes, death is a tiny side effect from doing this, but that doesn't stop some people from taking it up a notch. Some users actually take the toxin, dry it, and then burn it, inhaling the smoke. The result is an even more intense and lucid dreamlike psychoactive high that could have you walking out into the street high-fiving a truck in no time. Hey man, did you lick one of them toads again? No. And number 10 is Zolpidem. Originally sold as a sleep aid, Zolpidem somehow found its way onto the black market when someone discovered it does something else. First off, it's habit forming. Kicking an addiction to Zolpidem is kind of like watching a single episode of a new season of your favorite Netflix show. You know you just can't do it. Really though, the effects are devastating, including seizures and yes, even death. And unfortunately, it's also been proven to be an effective date rape drug. Men and women metabolize it at much different speeds. In fact, in early 2013, the FDA set requirements that women receive a smaller dose due to the number of traffic accidents involving women in the morning after they took Zolpidem. But the icing on this drug's cake is possibly the most interesting side effect: sleepwalking. Zolpidem has made a number of people get out of bed and walk or even drive to their deaths. It's like taking a pill and letting yourself be a zombie for 8 hours. No thanks. And those were the 10 craziest drugs that you never knew existed. Part 2. Or at least I hope you didn't, you deviant. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like on it. On the right, you'll find 2 of my most recent videos that you can press or click on your screen right now in case you missed them. And of course, you can press and click on my channel icon below to subscribe to my channel if you have not yet. And that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.